Buddy, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan James, and I'm a mindset coach that loves to specifically focus on relationships. However, I'm not just limited to helping you with relationships. So if there are other areas of your life that you're looking to create peace, harmony, or abundance in, then feel free to reach out to me. Remember, life is not happening to you. It is happening through you. The circumstances do not matter. When you become the change you seek to experience, you will experience that change everywhere you go. You are really showing the world how to treat you based on what you believe and feel, how you treat yourself at a core foundational subconscious level. And you have the power to create anything in your reality. In fact, the value and the meaning that you assign to the things around you is going to either lead you in the direction that you want to go, or it's going to continue to recreate the same cycles. What do I mean by that? Let's say something pops up in your reality and you're like, wow, this is here because this is here. It means this. It is now impossible. You assign that meaning, you assign that value. If you hold to that story, you're going to see that continue to recreate. The cool thing is, if you decide, you know what, I'm kind of over this. I'm going to look at this and say the word impossible literally says I'm possible. So I'm going to go in another direction. Doesn't matter how long you've been in this space. The moment you decide to go in another direction, you will see that you will get results. Okay. Today's video, I want to talk about manifesting consistent results. And the way that I'm going to talk about it here is probably one of the best ways I've heard this explained. And I've been doing a lot of coaching sessions with actors recently. And when we've been talking about this in sessions, I'm like, this is like the best way I've heard it. Okay. So when it comes to creating, the fastest way to manifest something is to go to, it's done. It's done. It's done. I don't need to worry about it. It's done. I can go do anything else today. I don't even need to think about this. It's completely done. Okay. Now, there's a few things that are going to help you get to that end state. And this is stuff that I address on my channel, which is addressing your subconscious beliefs and relaxing your nervous system into that knowing state. And my previous video that I put out about 2 days ago, I said, doing breath work is really, really useful. Okay. Let me back it up for the people that I know on my channel. Okay. Because I've been seeing some questions. I have affirmation tapes on my channel where you just sleep with them on at nighttime. Literally all you need to do is sleep with them on. It's going to go straight into your subconscious mind and it's going to create that change. Okay. Now, when you're shifting your beliefs, you may notice that you get some resistance in your body and in your reality to these beliefs. I was talking about that in a previous video, and I said there's kind of two ways that I've gone around this in my own experience, which is either to do a 10-minute meditation where I identify the belief that I'm having resistance to and I manually shift myself when I'm awake, or the second option is to do breath work. Breath work is really useful because it stimulates the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the nerve that runs through your body, kind of wraps around your heart, and it helps, well, it does control a lot of the autonomous functions in your body. When you stimulate this vagus nerve through breath work, it manually resets your nervous system. There's two branches to your nervous system. You have a sympathetic nervous system and a parasympathetic nervous system. When you are triggered by circumstances, when you have conflicting thoughts, fears, doubts, insecurities, when you're feeling like it's not working, what is happening is that your nervous system has gone into its sympathetic state, the fight or flight state. And if you do some breath work, you can manually override your nervous system into a parasympathetic state where you can relax and go back into that knowing. Okay. So when it comes to creating this change, like I was saying at the beginning of all this, the fastest way to manifest is to know it's done. What I'm doing here on my channel is I'm giving you all the tools for free to, one, create the change, address the beliefs that are held within your subconscious mind, and two, maintain the change when you're in a conscious wake cycle so that you can create the change that you desire to experience through the path of least resistance. You need to relax because manifesting is not a trying process. The moment the beliefs take root, you're going to see that it manifests in your reality. Your reality is a mirror. It's instant. You're getting instant feedback for where you are in your belief system. Manifestation is always instant. It's always going to be instant. And so if you can gain that perspective, instead of reacting to the things that are going on in your reality, if you can look at it and ask yourself, what belief created this? If you can detach from the physical aspect of it and actually go into the belief. Let me give you an example. Somebody's showing up in my reality saying, Dylan, you're so annoying. Okay. If I react to that and say, why are you calling me annoying? I have fallen into a state of disbelief. I have forgotten who I am. Okay. And the more useful approach, instead of reacting, would be, okay, somebody just showed up in my reality saying I'm annoying. So I must have a belief that I am feeling annoyed right now. I'm not feeling supported. I'm not feeling embraced, wanted, seen, heard, or validated. So instead of reacting to them, I would take a step back and affirm in for about 10 minutes. This is that 10-minute tool that I talk about, the touch and go meditations. Instead of reacting to the physical environment, I would go and just affirm in. I am loved. I am always cool, calm, and relaxed. I'm always accepted. I'm always supported until I soothe myself out of the triggered state of being and let that go. I don't respond to that person. As you maintain that, you're going to see that it actually causes them to show up differently because everything is a mirror. Okay. So that's the main approach here, is to really see that you're creating your reality based on what you believe and feel about yourself at a core foundational level. Instead of trying to change the circumstances, you want to address the belief that created the circumstance, which is what I talked about in yesterday's video. Okay, so now I want to get to the main point of this video. Now that we've gotten through all that, okay, what have I been talking about in client sessions that I think is literally so genius and it's going to help you so much? Okay. You do not break character, okay? You do not break character when you're manifesting something, which means the moment you decide it is done, you stay in the it is done. You do not break character from that. And let me give you some clarification here on what this means, okay? It does not matter what is presented in front of you. When I say you do not break character, that means you do not break character on the knowing, okay? So I've been seeing, you guys are seeing the success stories in my community tab. If you've been on my Instagram, you've been seeing, I've been posting them to my Instagram story too. But I have seen some people that have said, I gotten results and then my person showed up this way. And what does it mean? Or people will say, this is happening. But the moment you say, what does this mean? Or you say, but you have broken character. You're not believing, you're not knowing, okay? When I say it does not matter what is going on in front of you, you decide it is done. You stay in that knowing no matter what. Okay, that is what you do not break character on. And what does that even mean too? I want to clarify and go deeper on that, okay? Knowing something into existence means you do not have to fight. You do not have to prove yourself. You don't have to convince anybody. You do not need to argue, or you do not need to manipulate or control. Okay. You don't give your reality any resistance, no resistance at all, because everything that is showing up that is contradicting is a product of old beliefs. Okay. So when you really know something, you don't even have to think about it anymore. Okay. You don't even have to worry about it. You don't have to try to make anything happen. So when you apply this technique of living in the end, that does not mean that, if you're really, really confident to the point where you can say, yeah, it's done and you don't care what anybody thinks and you can maintain that, then do that. But the more important thing here is it's a knowing process. So no matter what shows up in front of me, I could have a tornado coming towards me right now, and I'm going to just feel relaxed. I'm going to feel cool, calm, and like everything's working. And I'm going to know that I'm going to be fine. And you will literally see some way, some shape, some form. If you are genuinely doing this correctly, that tornado will turn paths. Now, what a lot of people, I don't even want to affirm this in, okay? In the past, I'm going to put it past tense. In the past, it seemed like a lot of people, they were trying to approach this by convincing themselves, okay? And a part of this is soothing yourself, right? So you do need to self-soothe, but when you actually know something, you really don't have to think about it anymore, okay? And so if you're having a hard time staying in that knowing it's done state, you want to work on your self-concept a bit more. You want to identify the beliefs that are causing you to doubt or fear or question. That's what the sleep tapes are for at nighttime. And you want to integrate in some of that breath work or those little 10-minute meditations, because that's going to really help you stabilize. The main thing that I want to say here, though, is you do not break character, okay? You know it no matter what. I don't care if there's a deadline and it has passed that deadline. I don't care if you have the worst circumstance in front of you. This is not about manipulating your reality or trying to force anything into place. This should be a relaxing process. Why should it be relaxing? Because love is not outside of me. Validation is not outside of me. Trust and security is not outside of me. Belief is not outside of me. I don't need anything from my external reality to feel stable, happy, whole, and complete. So none of it really matters to begin with because I'm self-sustained. Second thing, you do have the ability to create absolutely anything. So there's nothing to wait for is what I'm trying to say here. What I am saying is when you actually apply this properly, you're going to see that you feel good all the time, no matter what. You become detached from outcomes and you're able to just know things into being, and you could have anything pop up in front of you and you're like, I really don't care because I know it's going to happen and it's actually already happening and it's already done and I can go do whatever else I want to do today. I'm going to enjoy my coffee and put on my favorite movie and enjoy and relax and know that I get what I want and there's nothing that I need to do to make that happen. It's already done. Okay. So that's what I want to just cover today and reaffirm for you all that literally the circumstances do not matter at all. This is about applying, walking with unshakable faith and belief. Okay. Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. That is a very, very literal statement. Okay. That means whatever you believe, you're going to receive. So if you fall into a state of disbelief, you're going to receive disbelief. If you stay in a state of belief, you're going to receive the belief. It's not working sometimes and not other times. It's literal. Whatever you believe, you receive. And this is why you want to address your core foundational subconscious beliefs, because if you don't have a strong foundation in your subconscious mind, whatever you at a core level believe, you're going to receive. Okay. So you want to see what it really means though is if you genuinely believe that something is done, you know it. You don't need to resist anything. There's nothing to question. There's nothing you can do wrong. It doesn't matter what shows up in front of you. Okay. If I need to part the sea, it's going to happen. It's done. Okay. So that's where you have to really check yourself and ask yourself, what do I genuinely believe? Because I'm going to make something really clear here for a lot of people that have manifesting buddies. This is keeping you in a cycle that is stuck, because every time you talk to somebody about what you're manifesting and you break character, you say, it's done, it's done, it's done. But they're doing this right now. You just fell into a state of disbelief. So you keep recreating that. When you decide to create something, it is done, period, point blank. You don't think about it as anything else but done. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to look for it. You don't need to search for it. You don't need to do anything else. So if you have manifesting buddies or people that you're talking to about manifesting and you break character every single time you say, you give an update on your manifestation, oh, this happened, but they're still showing up this way. You just broke character. So you're going to see that keeps perpetuating. It's literal. You need to go to the end. It's done. There's nothing else I need to do. Okay. If you can genuinely maintain that in the face of opposition, in the face of circumstances, in the face of no's and undesirable things, genuinely maintain it, you are going to see that it turns around and you're able to manifest what it is that you want. Okay. So there's nothing in your way. You can create absolutely anything. Build that foundational belief system, relax into it throughout the day, enjoy your life, know it's done. And the end state means if something were done, how would I be feeling? I would be feeling really good. I would feel like I don't need to think about it anymore. I can go do anything else in my reality and enjoy my day and just know that I am receiving. And that's it. It's that simple. It's that easy. You don't need to script. You don't need to visualize. You don't need to affirm all day long. If you like to do those techniques, do them. If you enjoy it, great. You're going to get results. It does work. But you're going to see that as you get the foundational belief system in alignment and these subconscious beliefs with sleeping with the tape on, you don't really need to do techniques anymore. Your simple awareness is going to create. But do what feels good. Okay, so a lot of what I'm talking about here on my channel is stabilizing away from negative triggers. Okay, that's what you're stabilizing away from in your internal world. And if you do have positive triggers, indulge in them. So if scripting is a positive trigger for you, do it. If listening to a love song is a positive trigger for you because you put it on and then you think about how amazing your person is, you're like, oh my God, they're so cute. Like, I love them so much. Indulge in it. But the other thing, the caveat here, the thing is, when you're done indulging in the positive trigger, drop it, move on with your day. No, it's done. Okay, so this whole process should be enjoyable. If you're upset or anxious all the time, or you're worried, or you're feeling delusional, watch some more of the content on my channel, because I'm not telling you to convince yourself of something that's not going on. You're addressing the belief that created the circumstance. You're going to change that. You're going to relax. This should be a very enjoyable, expansive process. And you're going to know your reality into being, and you're going to just not even need to think about it anymore. You can go do anything else. If you genuinely take the advice that I have on my channel, you're going to get success. Okay. So I've done tons and tons and tons and tons of videos that address pretty much the majority of the questions that people have. So if you have a question, scroll through the video lists on my channel, because I can guarantee I've probably already answered it. Okay. I put everything out here for free because we all deserve to live in abundance and to have the best beliefs and to get what we want out of life. It's actually our born right to experience the fulfillment of our desires. And all you need to do is remove the layers of disbelief that you've been programmed. Okay, so you've been given these beliefs. I can guarantee you, if every single one of you could go back to when you were born and say, I'm going to believe in myself, I'm going to trust myself, I'm going to love myself, I'm going to know that I can be, do, and have anything, I'm going to validate myself, you would pick that. You would pick that. Nobody likes to be insecure. Nobody likes to have these circumstances in their reality. It's really annoying. But unfortunately, you've been given programming throughout your life, a lot of it from social media, or not even social media, but media programming, like The Notebook. Okay, everybody loves that movie, but it's so tragic. Like all the love movies that you're programmed to watching are like, you're going to love somebody and then it's going to fall apart and you're going to wait your whole life for them to come back. And then when they do come back, you're still not going to get them. Like such BS. Okay. So there's a lot of programming that's going on right now that you've been given because it's very profitable for you to be in a lower state of being. If you can have that awareness and just recognize that all you're going to do right now is undo all that programming and trust yourself and love yourself and validate yourself and feel good within yourself and know that you can have or be or do anything that you want, and you really stick to that knowing, you're going to get results. Okay. So be gentle with yourself. If you're going through some circumstances that are very triggering right now, be very gentle with yourself. If you've done things that you regret, because if you knew better, you would have done better. And unfortunately, you were giving programming that kind of created these circumstances. Okay. And so if you can have that level of awareness and self-forgiveness and self-love and be, very gentle with yourself and make this change, you're going to go through the change very quickly and you're going to get the results that you desire. Okay. Alrighty. I love you all so much. You totally got this. Believe in yourself, love yourself, be gentle with yourself, know it's done, trust yourself. That's all it comes down to. Trust. All right. Have a beautiful day and I'll see you all later. Bye.